survivor from the Baltimore bridge collapse that killed 6, including his nephew and brother-in-law.
Important news. George Clooney has spoken about the president. Finally, us liberals can all get together and realize what we're going to do. We've been waiting for months for Clooney to speak up.
Good evening and welcome. It is increasingly looking like President Biden is doing battle with members of his own party as much as he is Donald Trump. The president's loyalists from Hollywood to Capitol Hill, including some notable names, now riding that deep wave of concern over the president's ability to go the distance against Donald Trump, with not just the presidency but control of Congress potentially at stake. There's been no change of heart from President Biden, who has made it clear he is still in the race, the president remaining visible today and in charge, hosting NATO leaders, all while new pressure for him to exit the race from some of his most prominent backers swirls around him. Senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez has late details.
Do you? Ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, while hosting dozens of world leaders at the NATO summit in Washington, President Biden is promoting unity and strength. Today, we're stronger than we've ever been. But that message comes as the president faces fresh calls to lead the race. Today, one of his most prominent Hollywood backers going off script. George Clooney, who hosted a star-studded fundraiser for the president just 3 weeks ago, writing a guest essay in the New York Times, arguing we are not going to win in November with this president, and urging Democrats to coalesce behind a new nominee. The actor making the case that the president he spent time with at the fundraiser had changed from prior elections, and that night was the same man we all witnessed at the debate. And this morning, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi became the highest-ranking Democrat to signal he could still drop out.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short.
A striking statement, considering the president has repeatedly said he has decided.
I'm staying in the race.
Pelosi later clarifying she still supports the president.
President Biden, is Nancy Pelosi still behind you, sir?
Still, top House Democrat Hakeem Jeffries has told worried lawmakers that he plans to relay their concerns to President Biden, 4 sources confirmed to NBC News. And senior Biden advisors are now set to brief Democratic senators at a special caucus luncheon tomorrow, after Michael Bennet of Colorado became the first sitting senator to say this publicly.
Donald Trump is on track, I think, to win this election and maybe win it by a landslide and take with him the Senate and the House.
The question now, will the floodgates open on Capitol Hill?
I am deeply concerned about Joe Biden winning this November. We have to reach a conclusion as soon as possible.
ABC's George Stephanopoulos apparently reaching his own conclusion, now acknowledging he should not have said this in a video posted on TMZ just days after interviewing the president.
Do you think Biden should step down? Can't talk to him more than anybody else have lately. Anybody else?
Tonight, the Biden campaign is promising more unscripted events to convince lawmakers, donors, and voters that the president is all in.
And Gabe, there's late word from Capitol Hill tonight about subpoenas regarding the president's health.
Yes, Lester, late today, the Republican-led House Oversight Committee said it had subpoenaed 3 senior White House aides, demanding they sit for depositions regarding the president's mental fitness. The White House is calling it a faceless political stunt.
Lester. All right, Gabe, thank you. And join us Monday when I interview President Biden exclusively from the LBJ Presidential Library. The complete conversation airs in a primetime special starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, as Savannah Guthrie and I lead our coverage for the start of the Republican convention. And former President Trump, ahead of that convention, is back on the trail, and as Garrett Hake explains, trying to capitalize on the newfound turmoil in the race.
Former President Donald Trump back on the campaign trail overnight, newly lashing out at President Biden's debate performance.
Joe's own party now wants him to throw in the towel and surrender the presidency after a single 90-minute performance.
Mr. Trump suggesting without evidence that President Biden's poor debate performance was the culmination of a collapsing Democratic cover-up.
They are all co-conspirators in the sinister plot to defraud the American public about the cognitive abilities of the man in the Oval Office.
The former
The man
president faced
in
questions about his own
the Oval
mental
Office.
fitness from within his own party as recently as the GOP primary.
But when you're dealing with the pressures of a presidency, we can't have someone else that we question whether they're mentally fit to do this.
Mr. Trump previewing the platform he'll promote at next week's Republican convention.
And on day one, we will begin the largest domestic deportation operation in the history of our country. You have no choice.
And teasing his upcoming choice of a running mate, expected to come from a short list that includes Florida Senator Marco Rubio.
We know who our nominee is. He's going to be the next president of the United States, and his name is...
In a radio interview today, Mr. Trump said he was, quote, pretty well set on his VP selection, but might wait even until the convention opens next week to announce his choice, drawing out the drama for maximum political impact. Lester?
Garrett, hey, thank you. Tonight, more than 1 million people remain without power in summer heat of Houston, Texas, as the remnants of Hurricane Beryl are still causing severe weather halfway across
real
the
estate
country.
guy with the tower, and he's got
Kathy
Atlantic
Hart has the
City, and he's cheating on his wife.
Tonight, as Beryl makes an exit, a final act packed with disruptive winds, relentless rain, and even tornadoes in the Northeast. But it's the extreme heat threatening more than 130 million across the country. Alerts stretching from Florida to Maine. At least 10 suspected heat-related deaths.
All right, guys, here we go. This is from June 25th, I believe. Season 2, Episode 209. Comic Leslie Jones, Dr. William Lee. I think I remember both of these interviews. This girl's promoting her book called Fuckin Leslie Jones, or Fuck Leslie Jones, or I'm Fucking Leslie Jones. William Lee, I remember him. He's the Asian guy with the glasses, clean-shaven, probably in his late 40s to mid-50s. Maybe early 50s to early 60s. He might look good. He's a doctor. He probably has to hook up on the good drugs. Plus, he's Asian.
You just heard there from Terry Moran, they could see even more legal challenges that could put that back on. Abortion providers in Idaho say that if this is accurate, they are calling this a small measure of justice, insisting that it would only be a temporary win. And they're emphasizing the word temporary because if this is accurate, it would allow providers in Idaho to perform emergency abortions to stabilize the health of a pregnant person, to protect that patient's health if it is at risk. But again, that word temporary, you just heard there from Terry Moran, they could see even more legal challenges that could put that back on hold. And more so than anything right now, you have abortion providers who are talking about just how confusing the laws have been in that state. So not only are abortion providers trying to stay up to date with what the laws currently are, so are the patients, if this is accurate. Doctors in that state are asking how many more women could be caught hanging in the balance, could be caught in limbo, could be pushed to the brink of death's door, waiting on the Supreme Court to ultimately weigh in either way.
Our thanks to both Terry and Rachel. Coming up, affirmative action. We follow
no.
college admissions after the Supreme Court struck down affirmative action.
18-year-old David Jang is getting
Fuck this.
through this cycle.
Fuck this.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Odyssey Roofing Summer Sales Event is here. Get a new roof starting at $99 a month. Call by
Chicago's shrinking summertime events. The ABC7I team investigates why the city's scaling down some popular parades like Pride.
My fear is that the same amount of people are going to show up, but on a smaller route.
Concerned about the cutbacks. Thursday at 10.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, with Ryan Owen and Leslie Jones. And we'll show you incredible anti-aging superfoods. All this online.
morning.
Good morning, audience.
It is Wednesday, June 26, 2024. Happy hump day.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So, we've got this problem. I'm sure many of you have this problem. Everybody here at work has this problem. You wake up in the middle of the night, you can't fall back to sleep. What do you do?
I know what not to do.
What not to do?
Don't look at your phone.
Okay, very good. But what they're saying is there's something new that you should try. When you wake up in the middle of the night, it's best to stay in bed at first without reaching for your devices.
Right.
Best to stay in bed. But sometimes when you try to relax, all that does is induce terror with the fact that you're not falling back to sleep yet. You know. I know here I'm like, oh my gosh, if I fall asleep now in 2 short hours, I will have 2 short hours before I have to go to work.
Right.
If I fall asleep now, I will get 45 minutes before right. It's like you just go through this cycle. What they are saying is, if you
I got the best advice. This is what they should say. My advice, don't get a job where you have to wake up early in the morning or set an alarm. Easy.
Fall asleep now in 2 short hours, I will have 2 short hours before I have to go to work.
Right.
If I fall asleep now, I will get try. When you wake up in the middle of the night, it's best to stay in bed at first without reaching for your devices.
Right. And then if you feel like reaching for your devices, try going for a cell phone or a tablet instead. They always say that, hey, a little marijuana and masturbation works wonders. Smoke a bowl, masturbate, 20 minutes, tops.
When you wake up
Smoke a bowl, masturbate, 20 minutes tops. Just make sure it's an indica strain. Unless sometimes for some people sativa, they don't care. At that night, it's just, oh.
Okay, very good.
Very good.
But what they're saying is there's something new that you should try. When you wake up in the middle of the night, it's best to stay in bed at first without reaching for your devices.
Right.
Best to stay in bed. But sometimes when you try to relax, all that does is induce terror with the fact that you're not falling back to sleep yet. You know. I know here I'm like, oh my gosh, if I fall asleep now in 2 short hours, I will have 2 short hours before I have to go to work.
Right.
If I fall asleep now, I will get 45 minutes before it's like you just go through this cycle. What they are saying is, if you cannot fall back to sleep within 10 to 15 minutes of waking up, you should get up. Get up.
Okay.
Yes, I know. Remember when they were like, do not get up, do not engage your body. Get up and go to a different, quiet, and comfortable place at home, like a couch. You engage in a low stimulation activity, such as, ready? Reading a book. I recommend something very boring. Or doing a calm activity. Gelman regaled me with stories that he does the New York Times crossword puzzle. And that is guaranteed to make you fall asleep. That's
So
what they're
you're saying I should leave the room? You'd like me to, this is your way?
No. I would have to leave the room because you're the one that you sleep.
No, I wake up a lot. I woke up last night.
You woke up last night because you woke yourself up because even you could not stand the sound of your own snoring. His snoring got so insurmountable for him that he woke up and shushed himself. I'm not kidding. He shushed himself. I was like, are you shushing me? Because you're shushing you. He goes, shh.
What's my snoring sound like?
Just like that. That's what his snoring sounds like.
There's a meme of a child crying, listening to their father snore. That is all of us. That's the kids and I send this to each other constantly because no matter where you are in the house, if Mark is sleeping, you can hear him snoring. I'm going to tell you, you are 99.9% perfection. You really are. You're a joy. You are. He doesn't even have morning breath. It's weird. But you make up for it. Because when you close your sleepy little eyes, part of you comes alive. The dark-sided part.
The trap man inside.
The you that wants to be seen comes out. It's like a werewolf meets Frankenstein. It's like,
I may have a few more imperfections. Why do gate lights light up early for a flight?
You tell me, Mark. You're the gate lights of all gate lights.
Yes. You know how when it's starting to become time to board your flight, and those people start moving towards the front.
You know where they pre-board people like the elderly or people with small children. Well, Mark lines up with those people.
I don't line up. I start moving towards the area that I know that I'm going to be entering just after military. And you know what? Sometimes they confuse me with military. And they say military service, and they're staring at me. Sir, would you like to get on the plane? I'm like, I'm going to wait my turn.
What a hero.
Yes. They call them gate lights. Standing in line early can mean extra bumps in the boarding process. Passengers getting lights early can lead to congested airport walkways, longer wait times for boarding hoops. And I don't dilly-dally. I have my boarding pass ready. It's on bright. It's on bright. I put it up there. Ding, ding. Go. And I move. I can pass people along the gate in the jetway.
You don't have to gate check. And guess who's always with him? This mortified guy right here. I'm like, oh my God.
Here's a psychological perspective on why I do this.
Yeah.
We're competitive.
Oh.
Which I am. If I'm walking on the sidewalk next to someone, I'm in a race. They're not necessarily in the same race that I'm in. But I don't care because life's a race. And I'm going to make it to the corner before they do. I just know the reason
I know what it is with you, and this is why I'm willing to forgive it. I think that you have a lot of anxiety.
Yes.
And I think that you are ritualistic by nature. You have your routine. Traveling, particularly air travel, because you don't exhibit this behavior on a train.
No.
But it is unique to you being on an airplane. I think it makes you a little claustrophobic.
Yes.
And I think you start acting not right. Not like it's not that you're like disruptive in any way. I just know you well enough to know that you are at a heightened level of anxiety and you want to get on that plane so that you can sit there and do your rituals, whatever they may be.
Right. My reason is because I once waited I was like, all right, I'm just not going to be that guy. I'm just going to let this thing happen and I'll get on when I get on. And when I got to my seat, there wasn't room for my bag because it was a packed, and they checked my baggage. And then I waited for too long afterwards. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that again.
There was one time, we all have this, what's it called, a global entry, where you don't have to take off your shoes. You can just, it's like a process, but it's really worth it, because sometimes when you're going through those security lines, you can sail right through. Anyway, for whatever reason, we were traveling with the kids, and Lola's global entry did not show up on her boarding pass. It happens randomly. And so
we had to go with her.
So she had to go to another line, and Mark was like, we'll see you on the other side. And I was like, I'll go with you, because she was like, what? So I went with Lola, and we queued up, and Mark was like, see you on the plane. Bye.
Because I can't go through that either.
Yeah, he's like,
I can't go through that either because Oh, big surprise! You can't walk through the metal detector with your phone in your pocket, dude. Like, really? You have like there's that guy, and then he's like, beep beep beep. Oh, my phone. Oh, really? Your phone? Yeah, you put that in there. Oh, beep beep beep. Chains, keys, change. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, hey, take off the shoes. Oh, my shoes. Oh, my water bottle. Oh, I didn't know I had a water bottle. Like, have you not been in an airport in the past decade? Thanks for bringing that up, man.
In case you're ever curious why I look more stressed out when we get home from a vacation, this is why. Like,
it's like no one else can go through.
Going on vacation with Mark can be very stressful because we're gonna go on an airplane, and I know like it's gonna be stressful, but we're gonna get to someplace nice and we're gonna relax into it. But coming home, where it's just diminishing returns and hopelessness.
It's a military operation, all right? You know what you're in for. You know the game that you're playing. You can't carry chicken through that. You can't do that. Just get it all off. Take everything off. Go through, and then everybody moves faster. And when I run for president,
I wish you would. I really wish you would.
There'll be a line for people who don't think, and there'll be a line for people who think, who plan, who are in a race. We have a great show for you today.
And Dr. William Lee is going to share superfoods for you. All right, get ready for it, everybody. Buckle up, because he's all fired up today. It's time to play.
Let's say hello to Paula Palaez from Ontario, California, who watches us on KABC. Good morning, Paula. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing
Wow,
great.
what a beautiful picture.
Yes, that is there at the Botanical Gardens in the Bronx.
Oh my gosh.
And you're from Ontario, California. That's funny. We were once flying to Los Angeles, California. We got diverted to Ontario.
It's a nice airport. Stay away from LAX.
I know. And
Especially
Kelly
if you-
asked me, I can't believe, I didn't realize we were that close to Canada. And then I snickered and I said something sarcastic, and then we didn't speak for 7 days.
8 days.
All right, you know how this game is played. You use two statements. One is true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you win this. Here are your two statements. I rode a mechanical bull to celebrate turning 50. Or I have 4 poodles. All right. Name your 4 poodles.
Butch, Mossy, Duke, and Muffin.
Oh, they sound very sweet. They're smart, the poodles, right? They're very, very smart.
They're very smart and very temperamental.
What kind of poodles are they? Are they standard poodles or smaller?
They're like a little toy, put a little white.
Tell us about that mechanical bull. Where were you? What bar were you in?
Actually, I was at a quinceañera. And I took advantage of celebrating my 50th and jumped up on the mechanical bull.
And whose quinceañera was it?
My friend's daughters.
Oh, okay. I love a quinceañera.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
We have fun at the quinceañera.
Yeah. Invite us to your next quinceañera, won't you? We would like to.
All right. You have any idea?
This is not my game. This is your game.
It's all on you, Mark.
All right. I'm going to say you have 4 poodles.
Oh, Mark, you're wrong. You are wrong, Mark. I own no pet.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Mark.
You won the mug and the t-shirt, fair and square. It's time for some Central Travel Trivia.
North Carolina. Deja, spin that wheel to see what else Paula's playing for. Okay, Paula, you're playing for a trip for two to the Windjammer Landing Resort in St. Lucia. 7 days, 6 nights. It's all inclusive. It's a prize value at $9,800. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
All right, Paula, here we go. We've had Daniel Levy on the show. Name one of the places Daniel said he had early jobs before he created Schitt's Creek.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. We had Daniel Levy on the show. Name one of the places Daniel said he had early jobs before he created Schitt's Creek.
Ooh.
There's a job he had before he broke into the business.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The answer was a bakery or a video store.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Paula.
It's okay. At least I got the card and I get a t-shirt.
You got the t-shirt.
Me too. You have the t-shirt
and the mug.
Yes.
And listen, you're going to be entered into our grand prize drawing now for a Caribbean vacation valued at approximately $14,000. And now you and the lucky member of our studio audience will each receive a Roomba vacuum cleaner from iRobot. So please pick a number between 1 and 103.
50.
50. When we come back, Leslie Jones is here. Stick around.
Dr. William Lee's here with tips on what superfoods you can eat to keep you healthy. Coming up next, Leslie Jones. My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day. Makeup smearing.
Drop Caesar.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Time to press rewind with Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. It has germ-proven retinol expertly formulated to target skin cell turnover and fight not 1 but 5 signs of aging with visible results in just 1 week. Neutrogena.
My iPhone 12 with a super fast 5G and a dual camera system. Then get real unlimited data on the Silver Unlimited plan for just $20 a month for a whole year. That's $300 in savings. Less dollars, more cents. Now with Good Talk.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Corolla Cross for $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
If you're waiting for new tires, don't wait too long. Shop Bell Tire, June 24th through July 3rd. Buy 4 tires, get up to $260 off with rebates, and up to $100 more with e-gift card for your next visit. You'll also get Entire Life with free alignment checks and more for more miles per tire. New tires stop 90 feet ahead of worn tires. Be safe. Don't wait. Get up to $260 off, up to another $100 for your next visit, and the lowest tire price period at Bell Tire.
Welcome back, everyone. She's a comedian, an actress. actress, and now, check it out, she's an author. She's been making us laugh for years. Now she takes us behind the scenes in her new memoir, uniquely titled Leslie Blanking Jones.
Okay, it's so crazy because when they told me your husband was going to be here, I was like, I thought you didn't tell them how much I love. Yo, first of all, I watched you when you was on All My Children.
I know that.
That was like, you were, watch out.
Of course.
Right?
We grew up together.
Yes. So then when he came on the show, we were like, oh. Pork chop is definitely going to give it him.
You knew it. You felt it.
Yeah. And then when they said y'all got married, we was like, yeah, of course. Like, what else?
But you told me that like the first time we met, you were like, I knew before you knew, I knew you were going to marry.
Everybody did. Everybody was like, why do they have so many problems? They're made for each other.
Well, it's great to have you back.
Yes,
and welcome back to the show. Very excited. I know that you went to Beyonce's birthday celebration concert to celebrate your birthday. Of course, you're both Virgo.
Virgos, baby.
Yeah, that is a Virgo energy. Yes. You posted this incredible. You posted this amazing video. I think we have it here.
Yeah. Work it, girl. Work it.
You're going to that party, and you know that you have a book tour looming. Does that at all impact your ability to have fun, or were you still able to have the best time of your life?
Girl, well, I'm going to see Beyonce. There's nothing on your brain but Beyonce. That's all I'm thinking about is like, how's she going to come out on stage? Is she going to see me? Is she going to say, hey?
Did she see you? Did she
I think she saw Tia. Tia was in front of me, but I act like she saw me.
Yeah.
All right, you wrote this funny, inspiring book. Why did you write it now? Why is the time now?
People always ask me that question, and they wait for this really intriguing answer. My book agent called me and was like, yo, you want to write a book? I was like, yeah. That's it. Let's write a book. That's it.
It's at times, it's like, yes, everybody knows you as a brilliant comedian. You are an extraordinary writer. But at times, this book is brutal. It is a brutal look at your life.
Right.
And everything you had to go through. And I always say this, like, when there is somebody so funny as you are, naturally, you are just like, you walk into a room with Leslie Blanking Jones, or Annette, as I found out.
Yeah.
You just feel like your day's going to be better, it's going to be brighter, it's going to be incredible. But there is so much trauma that it goes into funny people.
Like, trauma is, I don't think of it as trauma, I think of it as life.
Life,
right. Like real talk, like I had things happen to me. Everybody has that life. And that's another reason why I wrote the book, is so you can know that, hey, just because I'm sitting here, looking good in my little boots or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
You talk about moving from Tennessee to California. Is that a big transition for you?
Yes, only because California is a whole different beast. Cali is not for real land. So coming from Memphis, a real place, there were so many things that I had to learn. I had to learn about the games. I had to learn that you had to be in full glam to go to high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, they take it to a whole other level.
To another level. I mean, like, they had the Nikes.
Right.
They had Nikes. Like I came, I was like, everybody has Nikes out here.
Yeah, right.
This is crazy. Yes.
And you played basketball
Yes.
in high school.
People like trauma. I don't think of it as trauma. I think of it as life.
Life,
right? Like real talk. Like I had things happen to me. Everybody has that life, and that's another reason why I wrote the book is so you can know that. Hey, just because I'm sitting here, looking good in my little boots or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
You talk about moving from Tennessee to California. Is that a big transition for you?
Yes, only because California is a whole different beast. Cali is not for real land. So coming from Memphis, a real place, there were so many things that I had to learn. I had to learn about the games. I had to learn that you had to be in full glam to go to high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, they take it to a whole other level.
I mean, like they had the Nikes. Right? They had Nikes. Like I came, I was like, everybody has Nikes out here.
Yeah, right.
This is crazy. Yes.
And you played basketball in high school. Did you ever think that you got a scholarship in college to play basketball? Was that ever a path? Did you see yourself going forward with that?
At that time, as a kid, you go, okay, what can I do? What can I do to get a scholarship? What am I going to do to make money? And at that time, I was playing basketball. I thought I was going to go overseas, maybe. Right. I never thought, there would be a WNBA, and that is just
extraordinary.
Yeah, you guys support it, yo. It's one of the best things for female athletes. Girl, man, I mean, I say it all the time. I watch them on the court and I go, wow. Yeah. If I knew this was going to be something I could look forward to, I would have played better.
Yes.
Maybe.
The advertisers know. The advertisers are investing. They're investing.
Because those girls can play now. Those girls be playing.
Yeah.
What did you?
Right. Nike, Adidas, anything, even if it's a sock company or a drink company, they're starting to say, we'll give you $3 million. And that's a lot of money to them. $3 million for like 5 years. But once that 5 years up, they know they're going to make sales. And guess what? You're going to make now for the next 5 years, $15 million. And we'll make, $80 million. That's where the money is. You got to play the game. And play good, the advertisers look at you.
Yeah, they investing. Those girls can play now. Those girls be playing.
Yeah.
When did you realize you wanted to be a comedian?
Oh, man.
What was the moment?
Okay, I always do. I thought I was well, you know how they say class clown? Yes. It was so funny. Dolores was asking me, did they used to call you class clown? I was like, they didn't have that term back then. And she was like, what did they call you? I was like, troublemaker.
Disruptor.
So, yeah, disruptor.
Very social.
So I never thought I was a comedian. I always thought that I could act like a comedian. I thought I was like a funny actress.
Right.
And whenever I would watch Richard Pryor and stuff like that, I was like, oh, I could never do that. Like, they are echelon of like what funny is.
I'm the same way. I've done stand-up. Sometimes I've done good. Sometimes a lot more times I've done bad. But my heart and soul, I'm not a stand-up comedian. It's just something to do to kind of get your name out there. But in Chicago, it's like there's scouts from agencies trying to scout the next big thing. No one's from LA flying to Chicago to try to find someone. So it's like there's no point in going and doing stand-up at 1 a.m. in front of 11 other comedians and then 6 drunk people, or sometimes even if you get a good time slot and you're in front of. I've done stand-up in front of 100 people. None of them are trying to. First of all, this was before YouTube was around. No one's trying to discover someone. No one's meeting you after. They're giving you a compliment. No one's saying, hey, let's work together. Here's my card. None of that's happening. It ain't the Comedy Store 1983. Like, it's not happening. But I always thought I'm a good comedic actor. I'm a good writer. And so I could write jokes, but just standing around, walking back and forth. And then see, if they got a big old fucking like karaoke screen, which I think some of the pros, if I could get a karaoke screen with my material, then I'd be better because I feel a little more comfortable knowing if I ever get stuck, I just go to my cheat sheet without having to pull out a piece of paper.
Was a comedian. I always thought that I could act like a comedian. I thought I was like a funny actress.
Right.
And whenever I would watch Richard Pryor and stuff like that, I was like, oh, I could never do that. Like, they are echelon of like what funny is. I go on stage and tell jokes? Right. No. Until I got to college and my friends was like, yo, you were funny as hell. Like, and she my friend entered me into a contest. So
Well, we're glad she did. When we come back, we're going to hear more about Leslie Blanking Jones in just a minute.
Let's see what yeah, I think we're on the same page.
Blanking Jones in just a minute. Still ahead of live. A look at superfoods with Dr. William Lee.
I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease.
Still ahead of live. Blanking Jones in just a minute.
She's like, look, it says blanking. It literally, yeah. So you're like,
Blanking Jones in just a minute.
if you rewind it, look at Mark's body language. He's not interested in all in being there. He doesn't like this guest. I don't think he likes ghetto people. He thinks it's classless.
Get a free quote in minutes.
6'1" when I have confidence. We were just talking about Leslie's height, which we're all jealous of. Early on, you met Jamie Foxx, and he gave you sort of invaluable advice. Can you expound on that a little bit?
It's so weird because every time I talk about that, it's just something that, like, whenever I'm talking about my life, I go, wow, who knew I would be on the show? And Pork Chop.
Pork Chop was asking about my time with Jamie.
That's so crazy. Yeah, when he saw me, I was like 19. I was 19, and he was like, the reason you're not funny is he's like, you got great stage presence, but you don't have nothing to talk about. Like, you just came from high school. Like, you don't have no life experiences. You know, even the jokes you're doing are good jokes, but you don't know how to tell them. You're a child. You know, go live. Go live. Go get your heart broken. Go break some hearts. Go get fired. Go hire. Go get jobs. Go lose jobs. He was like, go live life.
So you did all of that.
Oh, man. I was in the jobs. Yes. Oh, man. Oh, man. I did everything. I sold a perfume in the parking lot. You know, the people that come up to you. I was aggressive, too. I was like, you want this? You want this? You want to smell like this? Buy a bottle. I think I sold 2 bottles because everybody else was just getting their car. They were just getting their car real quick. I was a cook. I was a prep cook. I was a morning cook. I was a bartender. I was a waitress. I was a justice of the peace. I used to marry people.
Oh, and tell me about that.
Well, I used to marry people, but don't get excited. I didn't know. Okay, first of all, I had watched a lot of TV, so I thought that it says awfully wedded. Me too.
Yeah, so do we.
Me too. So you take this awfully wedded wife. And I was saying that, and the judge that works in the office, he came over to me. He's like, "Come in my office," and he was like, "Are you reading the card?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't need the card. I know it by heart." He was like, "You don't know it by heart." He's like, "Because you're saying awfully instead of lawfully," and I was like, "Word, that makes so much more sense." Like, I was like, "Why would you do that? I was literally saying awfully. It's crazy." And he just looked at me. He was like, "Get out my office. Just get out."
Maybe it's an all my children thing. If we both thought it was awfully wedded,
Yeah.
and you thought it.
And listen, I went to the annulment office. They transferred me to, and all the people that I married, I gave them an annulment too.
You grew up a military brat. Your dad was in the army. What was that like?
Great. My dad was in the army. That's what it is. Like, we moved from place to place.
Was he tough? Was he?
He was very tough. He was a sergeant. He was very strict.
Yeah.
Very, like, military. I mean, we did what he said when he was there.
Your dad was a big guy, right?
Yeah. We drove my mom a little crazy because he was always gone, which I didn't know that he was like off in Korea and drinks. I didn't know that. He's just daddy to us.
Right.
When he come back, he was like, we don't care if he was in the forest all night.
Right. Whatever that.
Come play.
Right.
But he was very tough. He was tall, big, 6'4", 6'5", very, very serious man.
Yeah.
Yes.
But your mom, she held it down.
Oh man, my mom was a gangster. Yeah, I was more scared of my mom than my dad. Look at
You really
look at the afro though. Look at the afro.
It's a good
I hated that. I was so mad. My mom put sponge rollers in my hair the night before. And I was like, Mom, it's not going to look right. And look at me, I look like a black Shirley Temple. And she made that dress. She made that dress.
I like it though.
Let me take a little break. We're going back. Let me tell us why she at first had no plans to get that one.
Tomorrow on Live, Daniel Kaluuya.
Savor After Hours, starring Dancing with the Stars champions Max and Val, Jenna, Artem, Daniela, and Pasha. Savor After Hours will leave you awestruck.
Tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Meet 3 students, all learning to save and spend their money with Chase. Freedom for kids. Thank you, Chef. Control for parents. Nice. One bank for both. Chase. Make more of what's yours.
U.S. Waterproofing has built a reputation for providing exceptional service and peace of mind. Because when we're called to fix a basement water problem, we get it fixed right. Our experts will diagnose and educate you on all the issues contributing to your basement seepage problems and guide you through customized solutions that will fit your needs. We make it easy every step of the way, and we'll treat your home with the same care and attention we give our own. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com and enjoy no interest and paid in full in 1 year. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
So you want things to be fast and easy? Call or visit insureonthespot.com to get the lowest rates, period. 4 days with rates as low as $49 a month. Call 773-202-5060 today.
You told Mom to send her prescription to Amazon Pharmacy. She didn't. Now you're stuck behind this guy, as he uses the pharmacy line to purchase half the store, including a ceramic dolphin figurine, without a price. All Mom had to do was use Amazon Pharmacy, and her meds would get delivered right to her door.
They're non-negotiables. That's how restaurants at the highest level operate.
These are the scribblings of a madman.
It's not perfect. It doesn't belong.
Why are you doing this?
We're gonna get started.
I thought it was a trap.
What's going on tonight? Have you been here before? Netflix is the there. All episodes now streaming only on Hulu.
Savor After Hours, starring Dancing with the Stars champions Max and Val, Jenna, Artem, Daniela, and Pasha. Savor After Hours will leave you awestruck.
Tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
We're just going through hair styling in the 70s and how it was. So we're back with Leslie Jones talking about her new memoir. I'm going to keep saying it because I love saying it. Leslie
That's
Jones.
because she didn't get away.
Yeah, exactly. That's
so
Chris
funny.
Rock. Okay, another name. I'm going to drop another name. Chris Rock wrote the foreword for the book.
Yes.
How long did you guys meet at SNL?
No, me and Chris knew Chris has known me forever. Ever. You know, I started in 87, really 93.
Yeah.
I think I met Chris maybe close to 2000, maybe 97, 96. Whenever I was in New York, I think when I first actually started having him. Because I met his brother actually before I met him, Tony Rock. So we've known each other for a while. He's known me for a while.
And he recommended you for Senate?
Yes, he saw me. Well, he he says in the forward, if you listen to the forward, he comes back and goes, I never said she wasn't ready. But he did. He said it all the time. But I would chase him. And be like, yo, I ain't gonna make it until somebody like you tell them I'm funny. And it's like, for real, for women, the only way we get in is through men. Like, the men go like, she's funny. Like, that's the only way that they gonna notice me. So why you ain't telling them I'm funny? So he was like, you're not ready. He was right. I wasn't ready. And when he saw me the night that I was ready, that's when he was like, let me get you. Yeah, let me go call.
What was the audition for SNL like?
Oh man, I was so cocky, dude.
That's good though, right?
Yeah. I think it was for that moment. It wasn't that I was just cocky. I was very green and didn't really know what I was getting myself into. And when it's just like, and I'm being honest, I flew out to New York to tell them no. Like, I flew out there to go, I'm funny, I've been out here, you need to know about me. And that's really, it was like more of a cocky thing. So
I'll be back to host.
Right. I'll be back when I'm famous.
Right.
Like, just know me now though. And and the audition, like,
double streak alive. Reese was looking for her 14th straight double-double. The Sky went on a 14-2 run in the second quarter, capping Kennedy Carter three-pointer. She had 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. With time winding down, Reese had 9 points, and 13 boards. She calls for the ball, and is fouled with 6 seconds to go, so the opportunity stays alive, is achieved. That free throw gave her 10 points. She finishes with 11. Sky wins 78-69, and with more, here's Mike Berman.
With time winding down and Angel Reese 1 point shy of a double-double, a loud crowd and Reese's teammates left no doubt. They wanted to see the star rookie add to her record-setting streak.
I looked and Angel was ceiling, and I was like, oh. And then I looked at Spoon, I looked at the bench, and they were like, throw it in. So I was like, okay. Let me pass it. Let me get a better angle, somebody that can actually make the pass and get it in so she can get her double-double.
That's a form of a lot of love and celebration for someone's individual accomplishment. Because we're all about team. We're all about team, and so is Angel.
But it wasn't just Reese with a double-double. Fellow rookie Camila Cardoso did the same, and the two combined for 24 of the Sky's 43 rebounds.
I just think we do a great job rebounding. When I got drafted, I said nobody's going to get rebounds of us, and me.
Double-double. The Sky went on a 14-2 run in the second quarter, capping Kennedy Carter three-pointer. She had 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. With time winding down, Reese had 9 points, and 13 boards. She calls for the ball, and is fouled with 6 seconds to go, so the opportunity stays alive, is achieved. That free throw gave her 10 points. She finishes with 11. Sky wins 78-69, and with more, here's Mike Berman.
With time winding down and Angel Reese 1 point shy of a double-double, a loud crowd and Reese's teammates left no doubt. They wanted to see the star rookie add to her record-setting streak.
I looked and Angel was ceiling, and I was like, oh. And then I looked at Spoon, I looked at the bench, and they were like, throw it in. So I was like, okay. Let me pass it. Let me get a better angle, somebody that can actually make the pass and get it in so she can get her double-double.
That's a form of a lot of love and celebration for someone's individual accomplishment. Because we're all about team. We're all about team, and so is Angel.
But it wasn't just Reese with a double-double. Fellow rookie Camila Cardoso did the same, and the two combined for 24 of the Sky's 43 rebounds.
I just think we do a great job rebounding. When I got drafted, I said nobody's going to get rebounds of us, and me and Angel together, we just do a great job getting the rebounds.
The rookies racked up double-doubles in the same game for the 3rd time this season, which is nice. But more importantly, they helped the Sky win a close game that was tied going into the 4th quarter.
The 4th quarter, we bared down. We kind of bared down on the defensive side of the ball, making everything very difficult. We got tougher and more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Up next, the second of a back-to-back on the road against the league-leading Liberty. Edwin Trust Arena, Mike Berman, NBC5 Sports.
Mike, thank you. The Cubs and Orioles are just underway in the second game of their series against Baltimore. It is a solid matchup with Shota Imanaga going against Corbin Burns. And the Cubs got on the board early. Christopher Morel with a home run off of Burns. Right now it is 2-0 Cubs in the 3rd inning. As for the White Sox, the rain gave way to a beautiful day on the south side against the Twins. They were up 1-0 in the 6th inning until Luis Robert Jr. hits a off of Burns. Right now it is 2-0 Cubs in the 3rd inning. As for the White Sox, the rain gave way to a beautiful day on the south side against the Twins. They were up 1-0 in the 6th inning until Luis Robert Jr. hits a 2-run homer to center. That is home run number 11 for Robert, making it 3-0. Then we go to the 9th inning, and Michael Kopech threw only 9 pitches, all strikes. That is an immaculate inning to close it out. He's only the 2nd White Sox in history and the 1st in the majors this year. Sox beat the Twins for the first time this season. 3-1.
You gotta get hit, you gotta call it a double I.
Minnesota leads
double I.
in the 9th.
No, with the I score.
We're on a good streak now. That's our future now. Thanks for being with us.
News, weather, sports updates anytime. Just download the app.
Access Hollywood's next. We'll see you back here at 10.
You're going down!
Next up is Fun Games with Scarlett Johansson. Plus Trixie
First of all, let's keep it real.
Get beautiful new floors with Luna's 70% off sale. That's carpet, laminate, and even hardwood 70% off. Reserve your free in-home equipment at Luna.com or call 773-202.
Come suck my dick. Penis. All right, let's see what we got here. What do we got here? Do I have another one? I'd love to fucking rip this shit off. What do we get? 99? No, we're changing that shit. What do we got here? What do we fucking got here? First of all, Inside Edition. I fucking watched that already. So that could fucking go. 36,218. And what else did I fucking... I'm looking for now ABC News. This is from 626, 627, 626. Bam! Here's the end of your fucking Leslie Jones shit. That's what I'm talking about. Had to be hockey.
I was so cocky, dude.
So, right?
Yeah, I think it was for that moment. It wasn't that I was just cocky. I was very green and didn't like. Like, yo, I ain't gonna make it until somebody like. Like, yo, I ain't gonna make it until somebody like you tell them I'm funny. And it's like, for real, for women, the only way we get in is through men. Like, the men go like, she's funny. Like, that's the only way that they gonna notice me. So why you ain't telling them I'm funny? So, he he's like, you're not ready. He was right, I wasn't ready. And when he saw me the night that I was ready, that's when he was like, let me get you, let me go call.
What was the audition for SNL like?
So you chose to pay like
I was so cocky, dude.
So, right?
Yeah, I think it was for that moment. It wasn't that I was just cocky. I was very green and didn't like really know what I was getting myself into. And when it's just like, I'm being honest. I flew out to New York to tell them no. Like, I flew out there to go, I'm funny, I've been out here, you need to know about me. And that's really, it was like more of a cocky thing. So
I'll be back to host.
Right, I'll be back when I'm famous.
Right.
Like, just know me now though. And the audition like was an empty studio, couple of so it was like
Lord Michael sitting.
He actually doesn't have a scowl. That's just his face. So he's just Leslie Jones. But
it's a good Lord.
I know, but they have. Oh my God, Bill Hader is the best one. He does the best one. But so when I saw it, it was really like Friday night at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
At 1 o'clock. So I was like, yeah, let's go do it. And just when I did my set, I literally did a set. I literally ended my set like, my name is Leslie Jones. Peace. Put the mic on and walk out. Yeah, that's what it is.
And then did he call you?
He didn't call me. He didn't. Well, they kept us for a week. They kept 3 of us for a week, and then when we went away, and I think I went and did a gig, and I was going to get my nails done, and Lauren called me, and he's like, well, because they had already picked Sashir, so I'm thinking they're calling me to do the letdown thing, like, oh, we're sorry, and I was like, I'm not going to answer that. He had to call like 3 times. So when I saw the number again, I was like, hello. And it was on, and he was like, well, baby, we don't, just call. Just call. I never knew I needed you until I see. just come. And I was like, what? And then I hung up with him, and then the head writer, Kenwood, called me, and he was like, yeah, I need you out here in 2 weeks. I was like, 2 weeks? He was like, yeah, but we're going to give you $9,500. I was like, no,
Here's how you read this book. Okay, you buy the hard copy, you read it, but you download the audio version and you listen to Leslie while you read it.
I'm not gonna read no book.
I think they need to make this into a series.
Oh, hilarious! Who would play me?
I think you should play adult you.
You. Like Seinfeld, just call it fucking Leslie. Leslie fucking Jones.
Here's how you read this book, okay? You buy the hard copy, you read it. Hard copy. You read it, but you download the audio version and you listen to Leslie while you read it.
I'm not gonna read no book.
I think they need to make this into a series.
Oh, hilarious! Who would play me?
No, I think you should play adult you.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I think
I want Angela Bassett to play me.
Well, she's gonna have to walk on stilts and gain about 95 pounds. Either she's gonna have to walk on stilts. I'm sorry, that was rude. Sorry, Angela. You won't have to walk on stilts. We're just gonna have to cut these we're gonna have to basically work on a wooden floor and cut out these holes. So whenever you stand next to you, instead of you getting taller and standing on stilts, everyone else has to take a step like 10 inches shorter, so it'll appear on camera that you're really tall. Oh yeah. Tricks of the trade. I know everything. I'm smart like Mark.
I just think it should be a series. I really do.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you so much. Leslie Jones, one more. Leslie Blanking Jones. We'll be right back.
If you are watching our show from home, now's your chance to see it live and in person. You can check out all the stars. Be part of the show. Visit our website and get your tickets for Live with Kelly and Mark now.
Female frogs fake their own deaths to avoid unwanted male attraction.
They learned that from us.
Next live, Daniel Kaluuya, Adam Driver, and Elle Fanning. Plus, how to do Kelly's workout.
Nothing dims my light like a migraine.
Not interested in finding out how Kelly does her. Oh, come on, people. Jesus fucking Christ. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's how you read this book, okay? You buy the hard copy.
Because it's like, man, do I want to leave home? What am I going to? I'm going to go by myself and struggle? Do I got to meet new people? Who can I trust? I don't know. But when you get a phone call and you're in Chicago and it's like, yo, we're giving you a job in LA, like the minute you show up, you have a paycheck coming in like 5 days. Like we'll pay you the first month rent. We'll pay you your first month of your paychecks all at once to help get you started. And we'll knock out your first rent just to make sure you're kind of like, sweet, now it's fun. It's not that LA is scary. It's being poor and alone with no one to help you and possibly being homeless that's scary. This is real shit.
I think they need to make this into a series.
Oh, hilarious! Who would play me?
No, I think you should play adult you.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I think
I want Angela Bassett to play me.
I would think if they did any flashbacks of like Leslie when she was like 27 or 28, I could see Keisha Knight Pulliam playing you. That's the only dark-skinned black girl I know. Either that or Stacey Dash, but she got to put on like 200 pounds. Oh my God. Plus, she's Republican. What the fuck is you doing?
Who the truck. Come on.
Here's how you read this book, okay? You buy the.
When I saw the number again, I was like, hello.
Right.
And it was on, and he was like, well, baby, we don't, you just come. Just come. I never knew I needed you until I see. Just come. And I was like, what? And then I hung up with him, and then the head writer, Kenwood, called me, and he was like, yeah, I need you out here in 2 weeks. I was like, 2 weeks? He was like, yeah, but we're going to give you $9,500. I was like, no,
To cover my moving expenses? And my moving expenses, right? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, but you download the audio version and you listen to.
It wakes up. It's usually horseradish, but real wasabi is the.
Manhattan Garden Good needs trees and Savannah flavor. The Chicago Student Theater has summer and seductive music that will make you swoon. Now extended through August 11th.
Today we're talking about superfoods for ultimate wellness with physician, scientist, and best-selling author of Eat to Beat Disease, the new science of how your body can heal itself, Dr. William Lee. I feel pretty good about today's segment. I feel like we do a lot of this, so walk us through it.
Well, look, it's 2024, and there's new research showing how we can use food as medicine to help us live longer and live better. And what I'm talking about is a study of 467,000 people from something called the UK Biobank. It's in the United Kingdom, where they found that it is actually possible to add 10 years to your life if you change from an unhealthy diet to a healthy diet at age 40, especially women.
No kidding.
10 years.
Makes sense.
Okay? I love berries. And the foods that actually make the greatest difference are nuts, whole grains, and fruits and vegetables like berries.
I feel very good about this segment today. Because usually if I'm not doing that, I call the segment dumb. So today, I feel very good about this segment.
And speaking of berries, strawberries, which favorite guys obviously love, actually we know contains polyphenols, they're anti-inflammatory, but did you know that strawberries are now known for brain health? A study from the University of Cincinnati looked at 30 people, middle-aged, with mild cognitive deficits, right? Memory problems. And they found that eating just 1 cup of ripe strawberries a day for 6 weeks will improve memory and lower depression symptoms.
A cup a day?
By 50%.
Oh my God.
What is that, like 6 strawberries?
You can slice up the strawberries in the salad, or put a little bit of balsamic vinegar to really light it up. Okay? The beautiful strawberry salad.
And then what? Do you put like feta cheese or something? Look, a cup of strawberries. Are you talking whole or sliced? Because whole, a cup of strawberries, that's only going to fit like 5 strawberries. But if you slice them up, that might be like 7 strawberries. So you're talking like if I just basically, so if I eat 6 strawberries a day, you know what I'm doing? I'm taking 6 strawberries, putting them in like my little mixer thing, my little blender, put a little bit of water, ice optional, blend it up, just drink strawberry juice. Probably even that, a little lemon zest and stuff in the lemon oil, like a little lemon zest, lemon juice. Like make sure you put the peel in there. That's all the good stuff. A little lemon, strawberry, water. I mean, it's like a strawberry lemonade essentially without the sugar, but we don't want the sugar. We're not trying to win a lemonade contest. We're trying to, healthy. It'd be like, yeah, I like you.
A day for 6 weeks will improve memory and lower depression symptoms by 50%.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
You can slice up the strawberries in the salad, or put a little bit of balsamic vinegar to really light it up. Okay? Beautiful strawberry salad.
Perfect. Okay.
Wasabi. All right. Tell me about that. Still talking about brain health. Wasabi is that little green ball that you find in a Japanese sushi bar, right? That's usually horseradish. But real wasabi is the root of a plant that's related to cabbage, horseradish, and mustard greens. Contains a substance called isothiocyanates that's anti-inflammatory and good for brain health. A study in Japan, 72 adults, middle-aged, found that eating an extract from wasabi can improve
memory.
So what are we looking for when we get wasabi?
It's really able to get real fresh wasabi. You can actually get wasabi paste.
Okay.
What you can do is you can mix it up with some rice vinegar and make a salad dressing out of it.
Mushrooms, you mix them in a puree of the same mushroom that you
Okay, we're still on sort of the Japanese theme. Buckwheat. Now, for people who don't know what buckwheat is, it is not made from wheat. It's a seed, so it's gluten-free. It's good, right?
Yes, that's great.
Yeah. Buckwheat's used to make tea. It's used to make cereals called groats. It makes powder flour for pancakes. But Japanese soba noodles are made with buckwheat.
Soba noodles.
So what's in it? Dietary fiber. There's two bioactives. One's called rutin. One's called quercetin. Anti-inflammatory, good for your circulation, good for your metabolism. Easiest way to get the benefits from buckwheat is just to enjoy a bowl of soba noodles.
Yes. And noodles make you so happy.
Fulfilling.
Yes. Very fulfilling.
Right.
Okay, you know what? This is my favorite segment. Okay.
All right.
Tell us about cacao powder. We were just offered ceremonial cacao at a party, but we thought maybe that meant drugs. So tell us, what is ceremonial cacao?
Look, by this time, most people know that chocolate, dark chocolate, cacao, is actually good for you, right?
Yeah.
You got that Faker's Goodman out there.
New studies show that the flavonols repair our blood vessels and call out stem cells from our bone marrow to help us repair ourselves from the inside out. Is heart healthy? Okay, good for the circulation.
Yeah.
Turns out a study of 21,000 people showed that having about 5 tablespoons of cacao powder or about 3 to 4 blocks or squares of dark chocolate, 72% or higher, can lower the risk of death from cardiovascular disease by 27%.
That is great news.
How do you use it? You know what? There's a lot of you make hot chocolate out of it, but here, put some on oatmeal. You want to make a heart-healthy breakfast? Just sprinkle right on top of it. There you go.
Should I? Yeah.
No. All right.
Very good.
All right.
We might play space on. We're going to take a break. When we come back,
You want a balloon?
more superfoods that we can add to meals. Stick around.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
My bottom's fixed. Whoa.
Oh yeah, baby.
Ready to fight for people injured in a car crash. Ilana has the skill.
She has pussy. She has tits, and she will make your dick super duper. Oh come on! What the fuck is this?
To fight for people injured in a car crash. Ilana has
tits.
She has the train.
And she has the pussy to make your dick.
Hitting big insurance hard, so her clients can win 3 times more. Ready to fight for people injured in a car crash. Ilana has the skills,
the tits,
the training,
the pussy,
knows what matters.
And she'll make your dick
insurance hard, so her clients can win 3 times more. And she's not pulling any punches.
I think you're right.
Okay, let's relax.
Magic. Hefty Ultra Strong with Fabuloso scent.
Dad, stop being a pussy. Look at that girl just walking.
This is Ilana Malman. Ilana just joined the family firm, and she's ready to fight for people.
Pussies.
Crash. Ilana has the
tits.
She has the
pussy.
And she knows what
how to make your dick
big insurance hard, so her clients can win 3 times more. And she's not pulling any punches.
I think you're ready.
This is Malman Law, and his family knows what matters most. You could go.
Yeah. I thought the youngest daughter was hot and I wanted to date her, so I called in for an appointment. Totally fake. And then I said, look,
Next X Venture starts here. Take advantage of financing as low as 2.99% until July 1st. Welcome back. We're with Dr. Lee, and we're going to talk about superfoods. All right, what's next?
Black garlic.
Okay.
It's actually aged garlic, fermented, low heat, high humidity. It brings out a bioactive called S-acetylcysteine. It's super anti-inflammatory antioxidant. Compared to raw garlic, black garlic is 4 times more potent for its benefits. You can use it in all kinds of different ways, but I like to actually add it into hummus. Actually makes it a deeper, richer flavor.
Of course.
All right.
Now, tell us about functional mushrooms.
All right. Functional mushrooms are medicinal mushrooms. They're like turkey tail, reishi, lion's mane. Got to be really popular recently, but they've been used for thousands of years for traditional Asian medicine and healing. They've got all the good stuff on mushrooms like dietary fiber, but they also have super potent polysaccharides and peptides that suppress inflammation and raise your immunity. So you can get them dried or fresh. Dried, sprinkle into soup. Fresh, you can saute them. I like to actually mix it into risotto. Functional mushroom risotto.
Is there a dysfunctional mushroom that we should steer clear of?
Exactly. And speaking of mushrooms, you can actually mix mushrooms with coffee. Popular beverage, mix it 50-50, grind them up, or years for traditional Asian medicine and healing. They've got all the good stuff on mushrooms like dietary fiber, but they also have super potent polysaccharides and peptides that suppress inflammation and raise your immunity. So you can get them dried or fresh. Dried, sprinkle into soup. Fresh, you can saute them. I like to actually mix it into risotto. Functional mushroom risotto.
Is there a dysfunctional mushroom that we should steer clear of?
Years for traditional Asian medicine and healing. They've got all the good stuff on mushrooms like dietary fiber, but they also have super potent polysaccharides and peptides that suppress inflammation and raise your immunity. So you can get them dried or fresh. Dried, sprinkle into soup. Fresh, you can saute them. I like to actually mix it into risotto. Functional mushroom risotto.
Is there a dysfunctional mushroom that we should steer clear of?
Exactly. And speaking of mushrooms, you can actually mix mushrooms with coffee. Popular beverage, mix it 50-50, grind them up, and you get the best of both worlds. From the coffee, with chlorogenic acid and the mushrooms. You can also get them pre-loaded in cups or in packs, and they're just dissolved in.
Wow. So you could just buy the mix and mix it right. That's incredible. Okay,
All right.
What about this?
How do you pronounce this? This is called pu'er tea. It's a traditional fermented tea from China.
Okay.
It's got a dark, smoky flavor. In China, they drink it to aid digestion. Now, it's got all the good stuff in tea, antioxidants, polyphenols, catechins, but because this is a fermented tea, it's got something special. It's got its own healthy bacteria called pu'er named after the tea, and studies in China have shown that people who drink pu'er tea have better gut health, lower inflammation, better metabolism, and smaller waistlines.
Okay. Another reason to have pu'er tea. Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Eat to beat disease, the new science of how your body can heal itself is available now.
The 3 movie. He's working with cannabis. Well, I watch them. These are very, very intelligent, smart people. I'm not young. I'm not going to say they're geniuses, but I like what their brains are working with. I want that crazy. I want them to be correct. I want them to be.
Attention talcum powder users. Have you had ovarian or gynecological cancer?
You know, because Tracy's like, well, I wouldn't say it like that.
Plan
Then rewrite it. Say it the way you would say it. I want you to have ownership of the character.
users. Have you had
comfy seating, plus free local.
Sit in court and listen to all their lies.
Information support. I said that's one. You know, the brand I trust.
Is everybody ready?
You outrun my
I think today is your 30th birthday.
Speak your truth. I'm gonna get some sleeves, and it's gonna be my ugly Christmas sweater. Shoot your shot. Shots fired. Go for the glory. For details, go to livewithkellyandmark.com. That's incredible.
Have a great day, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow at Live, Daniel Kaluuya, Adam Driver, Elle Fanning, and we'll check out Kelly's workout.
Ten minutes. We got 10 minutes of some news. You want to see some Chicago news? Pride Parade? What's good?
We're gonna need help out there. Gold is the highest it's ever been.
Royal Punt is paying more for your gold and silver than ever before, but that's okay. I bought reinforcements. And cloned myself.
What the? Royal gave me $3,200 for my gold coins. I got $700 for my old broken gold necklace. I got $4,700 for my diamond and gold ring.
Gold prices are at an all-time high.
Get more cash for your gold and diamonds than ever before at
Royal Punt Chicago.
In severe weather, count on Live 7 Max.
Now on Eyewitness News, the family of the Chicago woman missing in the Bahamas giving an update on their urgent search.
Where's my child? And that's what we came here for, to find Taylor.
They're meeting with police today, 1 week after her disappearance.
Plea deal rejected.
Survivors of the Highland Park parade shooting respond to a stunning courtroom reversal.
It's devastating. It's heartbreaking.
A massive show of support for a restaurant owner injured in an alleged attack.
And wild video of a massive sinkhole swallowing an Illinois soccer field.
Tracking cooler temperatures in the 70s for tomorrow, but also a risk of severe weather for the weekend.
Live from Chicago, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Man, that's some crazy shit.
We start tonight with new developments in the search for a Chicago woman who went missing in the Bahamas. Her family talking one-on-one with ABC 7 just within the last 2 hours and giving an update.
Retreat. Meeting with the family this afternoon. Search and police meeting with the family this afternoon and vowing that all resources are being used, including drones, canines, and divers.
ABC 7's Mayor Kawash tonight speaking with Casey's mother and sister. He joins us live in studio with their plea for answers. Mayor.
Well, it's been a difficult situation. When I talked to the family of Taylor Casey tonight, they told me they're doing everything they can right now.
Oh, fuck.
Tell you that you're wrong. But you're not.
Showing up to classes on June 20th.
Things were difficult and intense. This is the kind of thing that no one wants to be doing.
The family met with police today in the Bahamas. They say they were relieved to get an update on the investigation and find out what resources are being used to find Taylor. This all comes as a level 2 travel advisory issued by the U.S. State Department in January remains in effect. It urges travelers to exercise increased caution in the Bahamas due to crime. Taylor's family says they felt safe with her being at this retreat with many other people. The family holding on to the positive energy they say Taylor always brings.
Taylor, love yoga, been doing it for like 15 years.
Taylor just loves people. Taylor is loving and caring and is always just so quick and willing to help people.
Now Taylor's loved ones are relying on faith as they plan to head back out to look for her.
We're going to be right back at it tomorrow. That's right. Feet hit the floor running.
Now, the family has started several social media pages to help with their search efforts. They're asking everyone who can to spread the word in hopes of finding her. Cheryl?
Let's hope that happens. Thanks so much for that update tonight, Mayor. Multiple people taken into custody in West Suburban Carroll Stream during a demonstration over a deadly police shooting. A small group of protesters blocking traffic at the intersection of Gary and North Avenues. Well, they gathered there on the same day that prosecutors announced they will not bring any criminal charges against the Carroll Stream officers involved in the shooting that killed Isaac Goodlow. Police shot Goodlow inside his apartment in his bedroom in February.
Come
He was
on.
unarmed. They were responding to a reported domestic violence incident
Come
at the time.
on.
Officer
Come
Daniel
on.
Spingston firing the fatal
Jesus
shot.
fucking
In a statement tonight, the
Christ.
DuPage County State's Attorney saying, quote, "It is needed a tragedy that prosecutors announced they will not bring any criminal charges against the Carroll Stream officers involved in the shooting that killed Isaac Goodlow. Police shot Goodlow inside his apartment in his bedroom in February. He was unarmed. They were responding to a reported domestic violence incident at the time. Officer Daniel Spingston firing the fatal shot." In a statement tonight, the DuPage County State's Attorney saying, quote, "It is needed a tragedy anytime a human life is lost. Criminal charges can only be filed, however, if the evidence is sufficient to support a conviction beyond a reasonable doubt," end quote. The village says that as of May 2nd, Fingston, a probationary officer at the time of the shooting, is no longer employed by the Carroll Stream Police Department. Goodlow's family saying they are frustrated that Fingston and the other officers at the scene that day will not be charged.
My heart and my soul is broken in pieces all over again. Justice was not served. As it was not treated, as it wasn't silent. The video was prosecuted saying, "We demand justice for for Isaac, my son."
Isaac Goodlow's family says their fight is not over. Their attention now turning to a federal civil lawsuit.
The survivors and families of the Highland Park Parade shooting victims responding tonight after their wait for closure just got even longer. The alleged gunman, Robert Cremo III, rejecting a plea deal, which means he will be going to trial. It seemed Cremo was willing to take that deal earlier this year before today's stunning decision. ABC 7's Keiko Guerin has reaction to that courtroom surprise.
Survivors and victims' families calling what played out today in court cruel. Their attorneys calling it calculated. The suspect not saying much of anything as Highland Park prepares to hold a remembrance ceremony marking 2 years since that deadly shooting.
This is definitely not the outcome we wanted to see.
Survivors and the families of victims of the to take a deal that would have put him behind bars for the rest of his life, dropping about half the charges against him. Instead, he remained silent the first time a judge asked him if he accepted the terms of the deal, looking at the people sitting behind him. After a recess, he came back into the courtroom, and when asked again, he said no, refusing to change his plea.
Enough harm has been done, and it's extremely unnerving that somebody can be this cruel.
It was an about-face move that attorneys representing survivors and the families of those lost in the shooting say was cold and calculated.
Today you saw absolute, unadulterated evil.
Leah Sondheim's mother, Jackie, was killed during the mass shooting nearly 2 years ago. She says instead of being able to close this chapter, it reopens deep wounds.
All I wanted was to be able to fully grieve my mom without the looming trial, knowing that he was going to spend the rest of his life in jail.
Cremo's father left the court without any comment. When asked if he knew what his son's reasons were for changing his mind.
Highland Park is a strong community, and each victim and each survivor and every family member wants to see justice, and we will see justice.
The next hearing in this case is set for late August. The trial is expected to go on as originally planned in February of next year. In Highland Park, Kate Cogiran, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Kate, thank you. Next week, Highland Park will mark 2 years since that deadly parade shooting. A remembrance ceremony for the victims is planned for 10 a.m. The city will have a parade after that at 1 in the afternoon, along with a new route. It will start on Laurel Avenue at First Street, the parade ending at Sunset Woods Park, where the Park District's 4th Fest will take place.
The new at 10, a large crowd coming together tonight to pray for a restaurant owner who was seriously injured in an alleged attack. Nick Baracco now out of the hospital, but has a long road ahead of him. ABC 7's Trey Ward spoke to Baracco's friends about the community show.
Oh my fucking god, dude! I can't fucking do this, man.
Victims of the Highland Park 4th of July parade shooting were looking for closure in court, but instead they say they got cruelty.
It's devastating. It's heartbreaking. It's extremely disappointing.
Shooting suspect Robert Cremo III was reportedly set to take a plea deal, a deal that would have put him behind bars for the rest of his life, dropping about half the charges against him.
That's bullshit, though. Why would he sit there and say, "Oh, I get half the charges dropped. Look at that. I get away with all this. And all I got to do is spend the rest of my life in jail." The rest of life, that is no life. You got to give him like 30 years or 40 years and give him some kind of a future. You can't say, "I got a plea deal for you. Spend the rest of your life in prison until you die." Well, so basically, he's saying, "I'd rather fucking just die now instead of spending." Well, he's so young. What's he gonna do? Spend fucking 60 years in prison? Get the fuck out of here. That's the dumbest plea deal offer ever. That's insulting.
Charges against him. Instead, he remained silent the first time
Oh my god.
He remained silent the first time a judge asked him if he accepted the terms of the deal, looking at the people sitting behind him. After a recess, he came back into the courtroom, and when asked again, he said no, refusing to change his plea.
Enough harm has been done, and it's
Nope. We're not doing this shit. This is bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Dude.
It's got its own healthy bacteria called Puericillus, named
Yes.
after the tea, and studies.
There's poo tea, and then there's puer tea. Not to be confused with puertine. That's Canadian. It's just a gravy milkshake. Don't ask. Come on. Fuck you, dude. I'm so sick of this shit. I don't really give a fuck. We're gonna sit here all fucking day. Fucking asshole. You ready? Benvenido, you still ready? What you doing? Yeah, connecting? Good. Keep connecting. Let's go. Come on. Yep. Oh, hold on. Just 5 more minutes.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. Okay, well, quick most of your experience. Med school and surgery residency at Emory. Before that, 8 years, 6-7J air medical evacuation officer. 2 tours, Iraq and Afghanistan. So why trauma? Looking for adrenaline? I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. I love the the energy, something new every day. Well, then today's your interview. And with me is your patient, door to discharge. That is assuming you're all healed up from last week's adventure. Ready, sir? Okay, changed.
This deposition is under oath, so please just tell the truth.
Trick. That's what they say. It's under oath, so just tell the truth.
For us, like,
Oh man.
There we go. Let's go. All this shit. I'm going to miss 15 minutes now, fucking Master Chef. Give me a fucking break.
Family holding on to the positive energy they say Taylor always brings.
Taylor, love yoga, been doing it for like 15 years.
But has a long road ahead of him. ABC 7's Trey Ward spoke to close friends about the community show.
Take place.
The new at 10, a large crowd coming together tonight to pray for a restaurant owner who was seriously injured in an alleged attack. Rocco now out of the hospital, but has a long road ahead of him. ABC 7's Trey Ward spoke to Rocco's friends about the community show of support.
While a Cook County judge is likely to determine who started the violent fight, 61-year-old Nick Rocco is said to have a long recovery ahead. His community coming together here, praying for speedy one.
Tonight,
You're an artist. That's cool.
Yeah, I've just been playing some game.
Miss Howard, don't you think we should hand some fluids? Right. Jay, we're going to give you a liter of fluid to make sure you don't get dehydrated.
All right. Well, that's fun. So what was that?
Amazing.
So that's the fucking...
But the only difference is what...
Shut up. Where am I now? 15 minutes. I'd have missed the whole fucking first quarter. Go fuck yourself. Oh, my God.
You just heard there from Terry.
Chicago.com.
and no legacy admissions. My concern would be that you would see less outreach, that we'll see less Black students, less frankly minoritized students that are feeling empowered to apply to a place like Yale and other elite institutions.
Yale is currently reviewing its preference for legacy applicants, but for now, the policy remains in place. Harvard says 20.5% of its incoming class will be students who are the first generation in their family to graduate from a four-year college or equivalent. Additionally, Harvard telling ABC News that nearly 1/4 of the class of 2028 has no financial contribution from their parents, and just over half will receive need-based aid with an average parent contribution of $15,500.
Oh, I got a new dude.
For David, he's made peace with the process. He's now a proud member of the class of 2028 at Duke University.
There's a little blue devil over there. I'm really excited just to go to someplace new. I felt really at home with the Duke people. I'm glad I finally got into a school that I would love to go to. I'm proud.
Our thanks to Selena. Up next, Bon Voyage, saying farewell to a special colleague.
2028 has no financial contribution from their parents, and just over half will receive need-based aid with an average parent contribution of $15,500.
Oh, I got a new dude.
For David, he's made peace with the process. He's now a proud member of the class of 2028 at Duke University.
There's a little blue devil over there. I'm really excited just to go to someplace new. I felt really at home with the Duke people. I'm glad I finally got into a school that I would love to go to. I'm proud.
Ooh, little tongue from mommy. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Ozempic, stab yourself, lose some weight, die 10 years early.
This is Emmer. The Jewelry Exchange has natural 1-carat GIAs just $19.90. Custom mounts are just $4.99. Carat 50, $29.90. 2-carat, $59.90. Stop.
And finally tonight, a happy send-off to ABC's chief medical correspondent, Dr. Jen Ashton. We all know Dr. Jen has a special knack for making people feel safe during a pandemic, during mass casualty, during breaking news, and during her daily medical updates on GMA and GMA3, telling us calmly what you need to know.
And it depends how bad your symptoms are. So the most important thing is if something hurts, do not do it.
But she does that off too. She's always a calm voice full of sanity and wisdom. But she's also a hoot, talking about raising kids or juggling a career, heartbreak, and finding love. Dear Dr. Jen, bon voyage.
She got fired.
And that's Nightline. Thanks for staying up with us.
Go fuck yourself.
ABC's David Muir, the most watched newscast in America. More.
What a sweet, sweet pussy to eat.
Dear Dr. Jen.
I want to eat your vagina. Well, thank you.
And that's Nightline. Thanks for staying up with us.
Fuck you.
America.
ABC's.
That's a dream. You're wrong.
Oh! I didn't see it. I swear to God. Let me see what the question. Let's.
All right.
I rode a mechanical bull to celebrate turning 50. I have 4 poodles. I'm going to say she rode a mechanical bull. Because she doesn't have 4 poodles, she has 3. The mechanical bull is the truth.
Monty, Duke, and Muffin.
Oh, they sound very sweet. They're smart, the poodles, right? They're very, very smart.
They're very smart and very temperamental.
What kind of poodles are they? Are they standard poodles or smaller?
They're like a little twice a little white.
Tell us about that mechanical bull. Where were you? What bar were you in?
Actually, I was at a quinceañera. And they
So wait a minute. Did you just fucking cut her? Did they just do an edit?
What kind of poodles are they? Are they standard poodles or smaller?
They're like a little twice a little white.
Tell us about that mechanical bull. Where were you? What bar were you in?
Okay, she must have swore. She must have sworn. They must, because look how they go to that frame of just her, and then they skip. Look at the second. 45 seconds.
What kind of poodles are
42,
they? Poodles or smaller?
41, 40, 39.
Tell us about that mechanical bull. Where were you? What bar
10
were
seconds
you
they cut out.
Actually, I was at a quinceañera.
She swore. I bet she swore.
And I took advantage of celebrating my 50th and jumped up on the mechanical bull.
And whose quinceañera was it?
My friend's daughter's.
Oh, okay. I love a quinceañera.
Me too.
Good food.
Fun of the quinceañera.
Yeah. Invite us to your next quinceañera, won't you? We would like to.
There's no such thing as a next one. You only get one. You could just like buy the dresses and dress up your friends and throw one.
Do.
We have fun at the quinceañera.
Yeah. Invite us to your next quinceañera, won't you? We would like to.
All right. You have any idea?
This is not my game. This is your game.
It's all on you, Mark.
All right. I'm gonna say you have 4 poodles.
I disagree.
Oh, Mark, you're wrong. You are wrong, Mark.
Because she has 3 poodles or 5 poodles. Or she has 4 dogs. But they're not.
I own no pets.
Well, congratulations.
Hey, Mark.
You won the mug and the t-shirt fair and square. It's time for sensational travel trivia.
North Carolina. Please just spin that wheel to see what else Paul is playing for.
And now, what we're also going to do is, now I'm going to dance like Paula, and you guys get to grade me on a scale of 1 to 100 on how good I am. Okay? Are you ready?
The mug and the t-shirt fair and square.
You can't see the feet.
North Carolina. Please just spin that wheel to see what else Paul is playing for.
Probably a dick. You like dick, Paula? The dick likes you. I'm sorry, you want to be...
Please just spin that wheel to see what else Paul is playing for. Okay, Colin, you're playing for a trip or 2 to the Windjammer Landing Resort in St. Lucia. 7 days, 6 nights. It's all inclusive. It's a prize value at $9,800. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
All right, Paula, here we go. We've had Daniel Levy on the show. Name one of the places Daniel said he had early jobs before he created Schitt's Creek.
Oh, gosh, he must have worked at some gay place, like a roller rink or an ice cream shop, because he liked the rainbow sprinkles. Oh, I'm going to just say he worked at a convenience store, 7-Eleven, a Macy's, a Target. Nordstrom? Or doing telemarketing?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. We had Daniel Levy on the show. Name one of the places Daniel said he had early jobs before he created Schitt's Creek.
Ooh.
A Chili's.
There's a job he had before he broke into the business.
Personal assistant? Shoe shiner. He would do dry cleaning?
Oh, I'm sorry.
The answer was a bakery or a video store.
That's bullshit.
Sorry, Paula.
It's okay. I need to flyer and I get a t-shirt.
You got a t-shirt.
You do. You have the t-shirt and the mug.
Yes.
And listen, you're going to be entered into our grand prize drawing now for a Caribbean vacation valued at approximately $14,000. And now you and the lucky member of our studio audience will each receive a Roomba vacuum cleaner from iRobot. So please pick a number between 1 and 103.
50.
50. Leslie Jones is here.
Dr. William Lee is here with tips on what superfoods you can eat to keep you healthy. Coming up next, Leslie Jones. My try on.
All right, there you go. June 26, 2024, Season 2, Episode 209, out in the books. And yes, Leslie, I would love to fuck you, but only in your mouth. $6 and I'll hit the pussy. I only charge $6 because it's a small dick and I last like a minute. Okay, 32 seconds. But who's 23 seconds. All right, I'm Dick Licks it. Yay! Oh, and that disappeared. Wasn't that just fun? And now you get to go. Suck My Dick, Episode 2, 209. Leslie Jones, William Lee, Superfoods, Mushrooms, June 26. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if not, who gives a